Hello everybody, my name is Nixxiom and welcome back to another add-on spotlight video. In this installment to the series, we're going to be talking about 5 add-ons that you may want to have before the raiding scene begins in Legion. In this video, however, I'm not going to be going over all of the features of the various add-ons or explaining to you how to set them up and to get them working in certain ways, but I'm going to give you a quick overview of what they do and why you may want to consider downloading them. Also, keep in mind that if you're already a hardcore raider, these add-ons might be familiar to you already, so this video is more aimed towards those people who are a bit unfamiliar with the raiding scene in World of Warcraft and the add-ons that surround it. Alright, so with all that said, let's get started. We're going to focus on more simple add-ons first, and then we'll get a little bit more complicated. Number 1, GTFO. Let's start easy with the add-on GTFO, which is short for Get the Fuck Out. Obviously, GTFO is designed to do one thing: tell you when you're making a mistake and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're new to raiding, you may end up standing in a place you shouldn't be, like in some swirling void of death, or just the occasional fire, you know, that stuff. If you do this, the add-on GTFO is going to sound off a loud as hell noise. Well, it's not actually that loud, but it's going to sound off a noise, and it's going to tell you to get the fuck out. Move. Get out of there. Now, what I like about this add-on is that it's really simple, and it can help you with your awareness when it comes to raiding. Sometimes, in the heat of things, with 25 other barbarians running around, you might find yourself a bit overwhelmed, and having an add-on like GTFO really helps with its sound cues. I like it. I see it as a good add-on for any raider, whether you're new or old, but especially the new ones. And if you haven't checked it out, I recommend that you do. Yeah. Number 2, Omni CC. Omni CC is a pretty simple add-on, but it can be a big help to those of you who may not want to use more complicated add-ons like Weakauras that take a little while to set up. What Omni CC does is simple. Rather than your icons having that sort of shadowed clock wipe effect after you use an ability to indicate its cooldown, Omni CC is going to replace that with numbers. So now when you use that one ability, whatever it is, you'll see a 30-second timer counting down on its icon, rather than that faded clock wipe thingy, whatever. Now the reason why this is an awesome add-on is because, number 1, it takes no time to set up. You install it, it works, and it does its job. The second is because it helps you identify when an ability is off its cooldown by showing you that ticking timer in your peripheral vision. This add-on can help you time your abilities better. It should help boost your DPS a bit since it makes you a bit more aware of your cooldowns and your abilities. And I just think it looks cooler, in my opinion, to have numbers ticking down on your action bars. I think it looks cool. But that's just me. Number 3, Bigwigs /DBM. Bigwigs and DBM, or Deadly Boss Mods, pretty much have the same goal in mind: help you kill bosses. There is going to be a time in raiding when you stand before a big-ass boss, and either you don't know what the hell to do, or maybe your raid leader just explained the tactics and you have already forgotten half of what he said. Don't worry. We've all been there, including me. Don't worry. This is where mods like Bigwigs and DBM step into the picture, as they give you alerts when certain spells are about to happen, they help with telling you where to stand, or when a boss is about to move into a new phase, and stuff like that, really everything. Because of this, DBM is probably one of the most, if not the most popular WoW add-on there is for raiding, and Bigwigs is just behind it. Now, you might be wondering which of these two you should download. Honestly, after speaking with a friend of mine who's a top Mythic raider, he recommended Bigwigs over DBM. Now, the only reason being, he told me, is that Bigwigs tends to get updated a bit faster, although DBM is just as good at doing the job it sets out to do. Honestly, in my opinion, you can go with either one. It does not matter. But I definitely say, please get one of these add-ons before you go raid, okay? And your raid leader is going to love you if you have it, so you probably get one. Yeah. Number 4, Skada/Recount. Skada and Recount are incredible information add-ons that tell you everything when it comes to raiding. Skada and Recount both will track your group's DPS, it will track healing, deaths, it will tell you who's that dumb son of a bitch who keeps breaking your polymorphs, and a whole lot more. One of my favorite things about these two add-ons is they can actually help you understand your class better once you know how to read them, because by clicking your name in the add-on, you can see your list of abilities used after a fight is over. This means that you can see what abilities you're using that are hitting the hardest, or healing for the most, and so forth. And so, by using these add-ons, you can actually perfect your rotation. Or, well, I like to hope that you can. Just work on it. Now again, some of you might ask, which one is better? And honestly, after using both, it's up to you. Some say that Skada is more accurate with its reported information, others say that Recount is more accurate, but I don't think either of them are 100% perfect. Like with Bigwigs and DBM, it really doesn't matter all that much which one you choose, but that's just my opinion. The only thing I can say is that according to some old forum posts from last year that I read, Recount does tend to run a little heavier on your system compared to Skada due to all the information it keeps track of. Personally, I have never had any issues with Recount, but I do have a strong computer, so, I mean, if you have an older one, I don't know. If you want to know which one I use Skada, but that's just me. And number 5, Weakauras. Weakauras is pretty much designed to display anything you want or need on your screen. Weakauras will tell you when certain abilities of yours are available, when debuffs are applied. It can display words, images, and a whole lot more. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're playing as a warrior, and you want some sort of image to appear on your screen when you have the right amount of rage to use a certain high-cost ability. Well, you could just look down at your action bar and see, oh look, I have the rage to do this. Or, well, you can let Weakauras step into play. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's say you want some sort of image to appear when your target is low enough health to execute. You can do that with Weakauras. For a lot of people, Weakauras is a need-to-have add-on, as it helps with your timing, and by using it to its fullest potential, you can dominate in the realm of raid DPS as well as PvP. It's an all-around add-on. You're gonna love it. I use it. I love it. I'd recommend it to a new raider. I'd recommend it to a PvPer. It don't matter. Alright guys, so that is 5 add-ons that you can use as a raider in World of Warcraft. I do hope though that if you're getting into raiding in Legion, you have an awesome time, and I hope that these add-ons help. I do. Keep in mind though that the add-ons in this video, some of them are very powerful and they require a bit of messing with in order to get them all set up properly, doing what you want them to do. Don't be too intimidated though, it's not that complicated, even if it looks complicated at first. If I can figure it out, you sure as hell can figure it out too. If you want some various guides and tutorials on how these individual add-ons work, if one maybe caught your interest and you want to check it out, you can find tons of them on YouTube, as well as on forums across the internet. It's really just a quick Google search away. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in Azeroth. Good luck with your raids, everybody.